wish we'd have taken a prediction right now because that would have never happened, right? Or like we would have been so far off, like
Yeah.
so far off. Well,
I mean,
okay.
I was expecting a close contest. I mean, okay, we could still have a close contest, but I don't really see that happening.
They've got
It's
nothing
been
to lose now. That's what we got to say here, Dignitas. Nothing to lose, no fear, only dreams. And that dream right now is to get another round on the board. And they're off to a good start. MSL finds Kiyoshima top banana. That's going to be perfect. And now it's going to come down to Smiths. USP in hand, looking for the headshots, but he gets completely overwhelmed. And lo and behold, Dignitas will be picking up the pistol round in the second half. Not a whole lot that the rest of Envy can do.
Yeah, don't say that yet. You never know.
Not a whole lot that the rest of Envy can do.
We've seen the worst, like even bigger miracles happen.
Well, dude, when it's like this guy is like way, Shoxy is like way over here waiting T-spawn. I'm just like, okay.
I don't know, maybe he finds like a Stargate towards to B site from CT spawn.
Dude, you like that show? That's a good show, isn't it?
Dude, yeah.
It's like childhood right there.
No one probably even knows the reference I just made there.
Dude, Stargate SG-1? Are you kidding me? That thing was so badass.
I know, but we've got a young audience here, dude. Probably.
Oh, man, you guys got to go back and watch that. I'm sure it's like on Netflix or something that you know that people use these days. That was like you come home from school, you watch an episode of Stargate. Maybe you do your homework, maybe you don't, but you know Stargate was all that mattered, man. All right, well now what do we got? 13-3 and Envy, of course, true Envy style. They're going to be going for the buy. Not going to really be sitting back on the pistols too much. They go for the Kevlar. They get a few nades, and there's an old man's shotgun basically on Kiyoshima here. So this is going to get interesting. Kiyoshima going aggressive banana as well, and Team Dignitas going with the early nades to top banana. And now we have Kiyoshima in position behind the sandbag, so we have to see if Team Dignitas decide to press this. Flash comes out from his mate, and we got a second flash ready, and, well, no second flash here to help Kiyoshima out, so this is going to get nasty. But then if you actually run up without checking that angle, this is what happens to you.
Yeah, who does that?
AC, come on. I can't believe that AC just runs up there without checking sandbags. That's when they're wired tight, man. That's when you know they're starting to cut corners because the pressure is on. But this shouldn't be a pressure situation.
Yep, Envy is stacking B, but it looks like Dignitas is walking towards A. So MBK gonna be here alone. A lot of Dignitas players coming his way.
Yeah, he's gonna be pretty sad actually. NBK, the natural born killer. It's time for you to live up to your name. You know, pimp, maybe, but he's gonna spot out the 3 on long, and now basically it's kind of tough for him to do his job. Nico gonna face. Nico takes that shot and wins it. And that leaves the remaining players here for Envy kind of wondering, well, what do we do now that's effective?
Yeah, they're just gonna save. That's the only viable option at this point, to be honest with you.
It's like Happy makes his way out. He's only got the 5-7, so for him to die, it's not the end of the world. I'm glad that they have the 2 players who actually have some value on them.
Yeah, he's just trying to make a dent in Dignitas' economy at this point. Maybe steal a weapon.
No. Gets spotted out.
Oh, he does the right choice too. Just leaving in that situation. He was just looking for a lucky timing. Didn't manage to catch a break on that, and then just falls back. Save his armor. Save his 5-7. Could be useful next round.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm like, okay, it's not a bad call to make. Happy is also just one of those incredibly intelligent players, so no surprise that he makes the right call in that situation. And we go into the 3rd round now of the second half. And really not a whole lot for Envy to do, apart from invest a little bit. They've got a P250 on Kiyoshima with the smoke as well. Happy still got his 5-7. They kind of just spend a little bit of money here, but Smith still has that Nova that he picked up from Kiyoshima, so we'll see if he can actually get anything out of it. And that's the big reason why Kiyoshima has so much money, 2,500 after getting that nade kill, man. That was big times. Or that nade kill, that Nova kill.
Yep.
Like to see that Dignitas are actually taking control of top banana this time, and they go so far as to throw a Molotov into sandbags now. So they're making pretty damn sure that nobody's gonna be waiting around there. MSL made a step on that cart though, so that should be. Envy should know that somebody's around there. I mean, the shots are pretty obvious as well, but kind of had an idea. And well, now what do we do essentially apart from wait for Envy to try and go for close quarters action?
Was that a question? Or were you just wondering?
It's like wondering, basically, because there's a little bit rough. Kiyoshima, Nova, no love, no luck. MSL's there. And Smith quickly cleaned up as well. Nicely done by Dignitas. Clean entries onto the B site, free bomb plant, and another very solid round from them. Pulse. Whee! Right. Gonna look at the money real quick. Should be a pretty decent buy, actually, as possible here. Happy has nearly 3,000 right now. So there should be some options going into this fourth round. But that's the problem, Natsu. It's really hard to make a call as to what needs to be done at this point, just because Team Envy have such a massive lead.
Yep. I mean, well, if I was Envy, I would try and take control of Banana, smoke down Banana, take that room away from Dignitas because they like to maneuver, they like to just try to go for early picks in the middle, and then if they have Banana control, they will probably do something along the lines of either doing like a set smoke strat for B, or they're gonna fake B and go A. So I would, but they're obviously not doing that right now.
No, they're going solo. Just Smith shoulder peeking. I think that was a nade from the back of the site there by Kiyoshima as well. So hoping to catch them out. I mean, AC took some damage, Nico as well, so that was a little bit effective in the end.
Yep.
But they're giving top Banana control to Dignitas so early on here.
I think TSM is probably one of the most effective teams when it comes to using Banana control. ST. They're really good. Yeah, they're really good with their B strat, like their B strats and the timing they do it with.
Like right now, I mean, look at that. It's like, and they're getting right on the edge of this as well. This could get nasty. Dignitas already rotating over. They're feeling very comfortable. They've had success on the B site so far, so why change it up? There's the pop flash through. And Smith gets annihilated. Kiyoshima as well just barely makes it behind the new boxes. We could have a touchdown nade onto him if they want to go for that, but it's going to be a Molotov instead, and he gets a second kill, a third kill, fourth kill. Kiyoshima, what are you doing?
Wow.
Looking for the ace. But there's nothing, I mean, you can't predict that kind of play.
No,
this kind of unleashing of the beast. Does he get the ace? He's so close to getting it, but he will not manage. Happy is there to get the last one. Quad kill from Kiyoshima. But that was it right there. Okay, that's what had to happen basically for Envy, and that's going to rock Dignitas.
Yeah, especially the second and the third kill. Those were just phenomenal. Like the pressure of the Molotov coming in. That's when a lot of people actually crumble when they hear the Molotovs coming. They know they need to peek. And that's when they spray and don't hit a thing. Like that's what a lot of times you see happening. But he was just mowing them down. Just an amazing individual performance from Kiyoshima.
Yeah, a quad kill with a single mag on his M4. Like, get out. And now they just go running through the... Yeah, sick value. And Kiyoshima just totally blind, but then Smith with the Swag 7 picks up the kill. And he can save that M4 as well if he wants to, but he's not elected to do that. So quick trade at top Banana this time, but once again, same result. Dignitas do get control of it fairly early on, so we'll see if that plays into how the rest of this round goes. One thing is that Pimp is making... Look at Pimp's position now. He's really hoping to catch somebody out here.
Yep, interesting from Envy. They're Wolf backing it 2 on A, on quad, and 2 Envy. It could actually play in their favor if Dignitas goes towards B.
I mean, they're making a lot of noise right now, Dignitas with the nades, etc. But Pimp jumps into pit. He gets picked off. And, well, now that kind of leaves him in an awkward spot here. NBK holding short, gets spotted out, looks for the fight. He's going to get a headshot. Perfect play from him. Manages to at least get a 1-for-1, and Shoxy's there to just rack up the kills. Picks up the first one here and just buying time for the rotation to come through. He's got the help of Happy as well, who's holding the line on short. And this is going to be MSL in a 1v3 situation, but it's looking kind of grim for him. As soon as this crosses over, easy kill for Happy. And that's match point now for Team Envy, 15-5. And, well, not looking pretty here at all for Team Dignitas as far as the money goes.
Yep.
They're going to be all over the place.
Yep, 14 up. They have some nades to work with, which is very essential here on Inferno's side, but obviously they don't have any rounds to work with, and they only 2 of their guys have Tech 9s, so it's gonna be tough.
This is definitely rough. Did they try and change up the pace at this point? Just straight YOLO? I mean, there's the flash of top Banana. Kiyoshima blinded white, but Shoxy and Happy picking up kills. They went for the aggro push mid, and Kiyoshima pushing down Banana, takes the fight straight up with AC, wins it. And that leaves Nico and Pimp alone in a 2-on-4 situation here, and Nico's now pinned down as well. They wanted to molly his ass, but it's not going to happen.
Yep.
Oof.
It's miracle time.
It's miracle time.
Needs to happen.
Will it happen, though? That's
I
the
doubt
question. NBK is there. Oh, and Pimp hits the headshot. Sexy beast. And now that's... I mean, the bomb is actually going to be able to make its way up onto the site here, so they can get a plant.
Yep, all of a sudden there's a chance.
Just like that, not to.
Miracle
Just
in the
like
making.
that. Miracles can happen. There you go. Checkmate, atheists. And now, Kiyoshima, Smiths. What is the play here? They are trying to wrap back around, and Happy's holding long with that AWP, but these smokes making his job pretty difficult. And it's going to come down to the hold, essentially. Can Nico hang around? No, he's so low on HP. Pimp from Graveyard, though, picks up the first one, gets the second one as well, and now time is ticking. There's no kit on Happy. He could try and pick one up, and he needs to rush down this man. He gets the kill fairly fast, but there's no time for the defuse.
Yep.
Not going to happen, and he is not going to live either. He should be going boom with the bomb. And victory bell has been rung for Dignitas. There it is, man. The comeback. The miracle is real.
Definitely wasn't in the favor of Dignitas in that situation. It was all Pimp. He was the only one with HP. Nico was down like 10 HP, so Pimp getting a kill on Big Pit, and then them essentially getting the bomb down. Those were the two very crucial little factors there. And then obviously the way Pimp was able to juggle in that 1-on-2 situation, wasted all that time and made it possible for them to live another round.
Yeah, they kept the dream alive right now, and now they go anti-rush. But that off going to be completely useless for Happy. He just gets rushed down by MSL up close. Two guys running up into apartments as well on the other side of the map, and they're just going to completely obliterate NBK and Shoxy. 2 headshots there for Pimp.
Yeah,
The last man. Okay, hold on. Huandig? What a disappointing turn of events. Huandig.
What could have been? What could have been?
He got picked up by Customs.
Yeah, dude, in the beginning, there was a very high chance of like a double or even a triple kill happening with Happy scoping down Banana and the way Dignitas was lining up for him, but didn't even get one of them. But yeah, it could have actually gotten really messy for Dignitas. But luckily for them, they got Happy, and Happy didn't get any of them.
Yeah, that was real close, right?
But now, in this situation, Envy is on a save round. Yeah, well, they got a lot of rounds to work with, so it's not a big deal for them.
This is a close call. Shots in there. MSL will be able to get the entry kill on the Kiyoshima. This is an eco round out of Envy, though, so really kind of ho-hum turn of events as far as they're concerned. Envious 15 rounds, 7 rounds for Dignitas. There should be an 8th round for Dignitas, all things considered. Playing it fairly slow as well. Curious to see Nico's position right now. 13, 315, okay. Kind of a barometer there for the success of Dignitas if Nico's sitting towards the top or the bottom. Oh, and Smiths boosted back on second orange, is not going to get anything there. Happy will be able to from new boxes, however, find that headshot on MSL, and AZ dancing, now they know, and he peeks a little bit too far. Nico to pick up that kill, and Shoxy going to be the last man rotating in bottom Banana, hoping to be able to get lucky and find a kill somewhere. Just kind of like a rinse repeat round for Dignitas, nothing too fancy.
No, it doesn't have to be either. As long as it, does the trick and you win the round, doesn't need to be fancy.
And nicely done there by Kirby. Finding the kill on Shoxy. Okay, so.
Essentially at this point, for Dignitas, this is trying to make this scoreline as close as possible at least. So that's going to benefit them going further in the league. So at least they can do that for themselves. Obviously, it's not very likely they're going to be grinding this out here. T-Side Inferno being 7 rounds down, needing all of them. Not very likely, but at the same time, at least they can really help themselves by getting the round difference better. At least. That's the least they can do.
That's a good point to make right there. I mean, that was Envy versus Nip, right? The other night where Envy refused to leave, even if they were experiencing problems, just because they were like, well, the rounds. We need, the rounds matter.
Yeah. On Cobble, right?
Yeah, on Cobble.
So unfortunate, though. Like, same with the Fnatic match where they had to play with two stand-ins. We're playing such a big league, and, we would hope for every match to be problem-free, but it is just the nature of the beast. We have to live with that.
Yeah, exactly, especially when you're running such a tight schedule as well. I mean, so many matches to be played. We're going to have many more matches coming up. I mean, basically, throughout the rest of this week, there will be matches for ESL, ESEA, or next week, starting tomorrow. So it's a lot of games to be played out here before we get towards that land. But it looks like Shoxy was able to pick up a kill over on Arch. And that's going to be Nico just kind of holding that angle, hoping that somebody's going to re-peek. But that's not going to be the case. They're playing this safe at this point, Envy. Absolutely no reason for Shoxy to go for a peek. Absolutely no reason. Unless you want to get the kill, I guess, Shoxy. Okay, then. Okay,
yeah.
Absolutely no reason to go for the peek. But there you go. That's why you don't peek, Shoxy. What are you doing?
That made no sense. I would, if I was coaching, that would be like, dude, what the fudge are you doing?
Yeah, because Pimp, there's the headshot onto NBK. Happy crouching on the site, though. We'll get the kill for free on Pimp. And Nico up close, gets baited out, goes for that Tech 9, though, and he's going to be able to overwhelm Happy. 9 seconds left. The plant will happen, and Nico now the last man alive here in a 1v2 clutch situation. Flash is raining in, however, and Nico under heavy pressure, 88 HP. Hits the one shot, though. Can he get the headshot? No, he cannot. So close. Kiyoshima shuts down the dream. That was nearly the comeback there for Nico.
I mean, Shocks, he got the first pick on the V pick, but then he went and did the third pick, died, and then it just snowballed from there. It was like a domino effect, and Nico almost won the round and made it, taking shots win another round. Yeah. So it's one of those situations. If it's like when you're 5-on-3 CT side Inferno, there is no need to re-peak. Like, no way. You can just hold the site. You will obviously have at least equal numbers, especially going on A. So you may as well just make sure they need to come in. They need to try and plant the bomb. You don't need to re-peak.
But what about the stats, Natu?
Because no one gives.
What about the stats?
Yeah, well, you just lost your job, dude.
Dude. I mean, according to the greatest, analysts the game has ever known, stats are everything. It's all about them hard-hitting numbers.
I've also been told that the Pope is Jewish, but he's not.
Dude, it's all about the kills. If not, get out. Scoreboard or nothing. That's right. All right, guys. We're going to be back after a short break, so don't go anywhere. We're going to have another match. There's 6 matches total. That was the end of the second one. We have another one coming up after this in just a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. More ESL, ESEA Pro League coming up in just a few.